Namaste and welcome to class. For those of you mamas who are in your second trimester, this class is for you. Have a couple of blocks and a bolster with you to assist you in your practice. And whenever you're ready, come back to the mat. Sit in a comfortable, sustainable position, rooting your sitting bones down, lifting the crown of the head up, keeping your palms on your thighs, or cupping your belly, your lower belly with your palms. Gently close the eyes. And start to become present with your breath. Bringing your awareness to your body in this moment. Root down the sitting bones into the mat and lift the crown of the head up towards the sky. Take a few deep breaths here, finding a tall spine, making space for your breath in the belly, in the chest. Expand the belly as you breathe in, sending fresh air and oxygen to your baby. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chest up towards the chin and tuck the chin in slightly, lengthening the back of the neck. Keeping your breath steady, uniform, and relaxed. Depending on how far along you are in your pregnancy, you might be able to feel the movements of your baby. Take this moment to connect with this life that's growing inside you. Let all your movement, your stillness through this practice be inspired with their presence. Let your breath create a beautiful, comfortable home for your baby inside your body. Visualize your baby grow, be nourished and nurtured with every breath you take. Take this moment to deepen your connection with this life within. The direct connection with your heart, with your baby. One more breath here. Slowly join your palms in the center of the heart. Rub the palms together, make them warm. Start to feel the heat build up in the tip of the fingers, in the base of the palms. And place the palms just in front of your eyes, hovering them in front of your face, feeling the warmth of the palms to relax your eyes, your facial muscles. And then take the palms on either side of the ears. Listen to the vibration in your palms intently, tuning the vision, the focus even further inwards in the body, dropping the urge to connect with anything outside, and remaining fully present with what's happening inside you. Once again, rub the palms together. This time, feeling the heat build up towards the elbows, forearms, shoulders. And then place the palms on your neck, Rub them across your shoulders, your arms, releasing any tension around this area. Rub them across your thighs, your legs, your feet, and relax the space, your limbs, your legs. For the last time, rub the palms together, make them warm. And cup your belly with your palms, sending loving awareness, loving energy to your baby. Send a few affirmations for your baby. My baby is positive. I love my baby. I trust my baby. My baby is healthy, growing well, is always smiling, happy, loving, caring being. Say a few affirmations for yourself. I love my pregnant body. Everything that I need to nurture the baby is already inside me. I trust my body to grow my baby healthily. And slowly join your palms in the center of the heart. Let's start the practice with 3 chants of Om. Om is the sound that's inclusive of everything. It's the sound of life, sound of growth, sound of nourishment. As you chant Om, feel the vibrations around your womb rise up towards the heart and ending with the Makara towards your head. Take a deep breath in. Bow down to the prayer of your hands. Bring the chin to the chest. And with a few blinks, open your eyes, taking in your fingers, your legs, the mat beneath you. Let's start. Keeping the palms on your knees, inhale, lift the chest up. Push the chest forward as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep the belly relaxed. Exhale, round. Spread the shoulder blades, keeping the navel relaxed, just tucking the tailbone in. Feeling a nice extension around the shoulder blades. Inhale, chest forward. If you can, lift the gaze up, chin up. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, feel the chest expand, breath expand, chin reaches up. Do this only if you feel comfortable without feeling giddy. Exhale, roll back, spread the shoulder blades, create space in the back body. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Slowly coming back to center. This neutral spine, bring your right ear to the right shoulder. Stretch the left side of the neck. Back to center. Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Press the right shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Good, few more here. Inhale, exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Good, and slowly come back to center. Take your palms behind the head, interlace your fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up, chin up, chest up, feeling a gentle back bend, squeezing of the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, bring the elbows closer to one another. Keep the chest tall, just bring the chin to chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, slowly coming back to center. Release the palms on your knees. We'll take a few neck rolls towards the right side, bringing your chin towards the chest, right ear to right shoulder. Take it slow. Lift the chin up towards the sky. Feel the stretch roll in front of your neck. Left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Two more. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Roll the chin up towards the ceiling. Left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. Last one. Inhale. Feel the stretch extend through the neck, front, sides of the neck, and back as you bring the chin towards the chest. Switch sides. Left ear to left shoulder. Lift the chin up. Inhale. Exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Two more on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to center. Bringing the chin towards the chest. Very nice. From here, we are going to take a few spinal circles. So if you're in your Vajrasana, sit in any comfortable posture in Sukhasana. You can change if you're in Sukhasana into any other posture that feels good. You can also keep one heel in front of the other to have a slightly wider seat. Keep both palms on your knees. We're going to take spinal circles towards the left side. So inhale, take it down towards the left. Coming back, spread the shoulder blades behind. Good, two more. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, roll back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly switch direction towards the right. Inhale. Don't press on the belly. Keep the belly relaxed. Just feeling the movement around the waist. Take this roll along the lower back. Try to keep the spine relaxed, just moving with your breath. Slowly coming back to center into a neutral spine. Good. Let's come into our tabletop. Arms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You can take a wider stance between your knees to make space for the belly if that's what feels comfortable for you. We're going to turn the fingers towards the knees, middle fingers pointing towards the knees, thumbs pointing outwards. From here, we push the floor away with the palms. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the chest. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, bend the elbows. Feel the stretch along the wrist. If you have any wrist pain, try to go slow, or you can take a few wrist circles while you're seated. This is an excellent stretch to reduce any swelling around the wrist that comes during pregnancy. Last one. Exhale, bend the elbows towards the knees and slowly come back to center. From here, turn the fingers towards one another, tops of the palms facing each other. Good, and just sway side to side, giving a nice counter stretch to the wrists. If it's too much on the wrist right now, you can also take your shoulders slightly back so that there's less force, less push on the back of the wrists. Do what feels good, go slow and steady. Good, one more breath here. And slowly come back to center, turning your palms back to neutral. Tuck the toes under. You can keep the toes, big toes touching, or you can keep them slightly apart. Make sure all the 10 toes are pressing down and sit over your heels. Good. If you need to, keep a wider space between your legs. If not, you can keep your knees closer together as well. It's so good to stretch the backs of the toes, the backs of the feet during pregnancy, especially later during pregnancy as the feet tend to swell up. There's a lot of pressure on the feet. This is a great way to increase the blood flow towards this side of the body. Inhale, we reach both the arms up, interlace the fingers. Push the palms up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the shoulder blades up. Keep the belly relaxed, and from here take the shoulders and arms back, pressing the chest forward. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Press the hips, tuck the tailbone slightly in, pushing the palms ahead. Good. Inhale. Lift the chest, extend the shoulders, reach the palms back. Keep the neck relaxed. Exhale, reach the palms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale, reach the arms back. Open the chest one last time. Exhale, reach the arms forward. Keep the belly soft. Push the palms away. Spread the shoulder blades. Good, and slowly come back to center. Release the palms down. And from here, take the palms forward. Untuck the toes. Sit on top of your heels. Here, we're going to interlace the palms up. Reach the palms up towards the sky. Try to lift from the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach the palms up. Exhale, hips to the left, fingers to the right. Extend the left side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep both shoulder blades in the same line. Lift up from the shoulders. No bend in the elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to center. Switch to the first side. Hips to the left, fingers to the right, and hold for 5. Chin away from the chest. 4. Breathe into the left lung. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to center. Switch sides. Hips to the right, fingers to the left. Lift from the shoulder blades. Elbows straight. Look up for 5, 4. Chin away from the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to center and release your palms slowly like rain down towards the mat. From this seated position, you can keep your fingers on either side of the legs, and we're going to go for a gentle ankle stretch. You can take your knees wider apart if your belly is big and you cannot compress. So try to keep that space that feels comfortable for you. Fingers on either side. You're going to inhale, exhale, lift the knees up as much as you can. Stretching the ankles, the front of the legs for 3. You can also keep blocks under your palms. 2 and 1. Slowly come back to center. Release. Place the palms down, coming into a tabletop once again. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. Take a wider stance with your legs to make space for the belly. Lift the tailbone up. Push the floor away with everything that's touching the floor. The palms pressing down, the toes pressing down, tailbone lifting up. Prioritize the length in the spine. If it's too much for you, drop your knees down, take a breath and come back to the position. For last 5, push, lift up. 4, 3, think of pushing the floor away with your palms, straightening the back, and if it's available, start to lengthen the back of the legs as well. Straightening the knees, pulling up on the kneecaps. So we're really finding length in the back body. If that's too much, always feel free to bend your knees. One more breath here. And slowly bend the knees, drop the knees on the mat. From here, step the right foot forward outside the right palm. Left foot forward outside the left palm. Coming into a Malasana squat. If it's not possible to sit in a Malasana, if your ankles are off, if your hips are too high, take a block under your hips. Allow yourself to be seated on blocks or a high stool or a bolster. It can also be a little tiring, so if you're tired, avoid doing this posture or take support. For those of you experiencing placenta previa, low-lying placenta, if you have stitches in your cervix, short cervix, high-risk pregnancy, low amniotic fluid, do not do this pose. Do only what feels good in the body and do any other kind of gentle stretch while we practice this. Or forward the video to a point where you can do another posture. Okay, for those of you who have a normal pregnancy, who do not have any high risks as told by doctor, you can practice this posture. If you don't need, you will keep the blocks aside, coming into a malasana. Elbows on the inner knees, press down through the elbows so that you can open the knees. Keep the chest tall. If you feel any pressure around your belly, remember to back off a little, take the support under your hips. Good. From here, we're going to take a few dynamic movements. So inhale, lift the arms up, reach up, come to a standing. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to go into a malasana squat from the standing position. We'll start, reach the arms up. As you inhale, go down, lift the pelvic floor up. As you exhale, lift yourself up, come up to a standing. Good. Inhale, pick the pelvic floor up, sit down into a squat. Exhale, lift yourself up. Reach up with your fingers. Inhale, lower down, pick the pelvic floor, lift it up, squeeze your pelvic floor in towards the belly. Exhale, lift yourself up. Good. Last 5. Inhale, lower down. Build strength and heat in your legs. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Last one. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. And finally, sit down in your malasana. Go as low as you can. With your palms, extend your knees out. Take a breath here. Allow your breath to slow down. You can also take the support of the blocks if you need to rest. Take a few breaths here. And in the malasana, we are going to do our pelvic floor exercises. So inhale, think of picking up the pelvic floor. Exhale, slowly release with control. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, gently release the pelvic floor. Inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor up. This allows you to strengthen the pelvic floor through the pelvis, through the pregnancy. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. From here, take a block under your right palm. Place the block outside the right knee. With the left palm, push the knee outside. Open the chest. Take a gentle twist. You can stay here. You can internally rotate the left arm to hold your inner right thigh. Take a half bind. Stay in your malasana. Open the chest. Soften the breath. Soften the gaze. Slowly come back to center. Take the block on the left side, outside the left foot. Place the block palm on the block. With the right palm, push the right knee outside. Stay here. Or take a half bind, internally rotating the right arm, hold the inner left thigh and stay. Soft breath, steady gaze. Notice the twist in the spine. Go only as far as you feel good. And slowly come back to center. Place the blocks back to place. And from here, place the palms down, step the feet back, coming into a tabletop, into your 4 points position. From here, keeping the spine neutral, inhale, extend the right leg back. Inhale, lift the right leg up, right toes pointed, right heel in line with the right hip. Make sure to roll the right outer hip down. And from here, if you can, reach the left arm forward. Extend the body. Feel the stretch, the traction along the spine. Steady breath. Hold for 5. Find your balance. 4. Squeeze your inner thighs together. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the left palm down, right knee down, and switch sides. Left leg back. Point the left toes. Lift the left toes in line with the hips. Reach the left toes back, left outer hip down. You want to roll the hips square to the mat. If it's available, reach the right arm forward. Extend. Balance here for 5. Traction in your spine. 4. Engage the hamstrings to pull the leg back. 3. Gaze forward at your right fingertips or down on the mat. 2. And 1. Slowly lower the right palm down, left leg down. Take a breath here. From here, take blocks for under your arms at any height setting that works for you. I'm going to go for the lowest one, but if you feel like you need space for the belly and want your arms to be higher, you can go for the middle height setting as well. From here, place the elbows in the middle of the block and we're going to extend into a puppy pose. Hips stay over the knees. Lift the tailbone up like a cow tilt and start to bend the elbows, extending the shoulders towards the mat. If it's comfortable, available to you, bring the head closer to the mat and relax. This is a great way to get into the stretch in your shoulders. It feels amazing around the upper back. And to come out of the posture, bend the elbows once again. Walk your knees towards the elbows. Sit up. And keep the blocks aside. We're going to take another variation of the tiger pose. So just like we did before, palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. From here, inhale, bend the right knee, keep the right knee bent and lift the right leg up. Roll the right outer hip down. Kick up from the inner right thigh as high as you can. And from here, straighten the right leg. Good. Once again, bend the right knee, kick up as high as you can and straighten that right leg. Good. One more time. Bend the right knee, kick up from the inner right thigh and straighten the right leg. Very nice. Bend the elbows gently, drag the chest forward. Keep the right toes pointed. Feel that nice arch into the back. Keep lifting from the right inner thigh for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. Switch sides. Inhale, lift the left leg up, keep the left knee bent. Point the toes. From here, straighten the left leg. Good. Once again, bend the left knee. Lift from the inner left thigh, roll the left outer hip down. Straighten the left leg. Try to go higher every time you exhale. Inhale, once again, bend the left knee. Kick up the left leg from the inner left thigh and straighten. Stay here, bend the elbows slightly, drag the chest forward between the palms, lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. Good job. From here, we're going to take a wide-legged plank. So take your feet as wide as the mat and straighten the knees. We're going to hold here for 5. Try to push the floor away with your arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Bring the knees down to the mat, coming back into your tabletop. Take a breath here. Steady the breath. And from here, we're going to take another variation of the tiger pose. You can always take variation 1 or 2 that we did before this, if it's available to you, and if you feel like going a little deeper today. Listen to the body and do what feels good. Inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, keep the right toes towards the head. You can stay here, or you can reach the left palm back and over, hold the inside of the foot and kick the right leg higher up. Lift from the inner right thigh. For 3, lift the chest, open the shoulders. 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Point the toes. Reach the left toes to the head. You can stay here, or you can reach the right arm back, hold the inside of the foot, kick higher up into that left leg. Open the chest, open the shoulder, strong legs. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. You can once again take the puppy pose with or without the block. You can also make a fist under your head to drop the head on your palms, or you can reach your arms forward, drop the chin or the chest to the floor, lift the tailbone up. Make sure you have enough space between the knees for the belly. And then slowly take the palms under the shoulders. Lift yourself up. Come up to a seated. From here, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Keep a wide stance between the legs. Relax the belly, lift the tailbone up. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot outside the right palm. Make sure you have enough gap between the legs to make space for the belly. Find a strong stance. Inhale, reach both the arms up, taking a high lunge. Interlace the fingers, extend the arms overhead, bend the right knee from the hips, bring the right thigh parallel to the floor if you can, but straighten that left leg. Feel the stretch in the front of that left thigh. Send the right hip back, left hip forward. Remember to always pick up the pelvic floor Engage the pelvic floor as you go into any asymmetric leg position. Stay here for 3. Strong legs, 2. Steady breath, 1. Slowly release the palms. Inside the right foot, place the left knee on the mat. Take 2 blocks on the highest setting. Walk the left knee 1 step behind. Blocks on either side of the hips. Adjust the height of the blocks. If it's too much on your belly, you can also place the block inside the right foot. We're going to go into a low lunge. Inhale, drop the hips towards the mat. Keep the right hip back, left hip forward, feeling the stretch in the front of the left thigh. Stay. Extend the breath. Feel the breath reach towards that left thigh. Keep the pelvic floor lifted. And from here, exhale, reach the hips back. Straighten that right leg. Coming into a half split. Your right leg is outside the belly. Keep enough space for the belly. Keep the chest lifted. Imagine a cow tilt in your spine. You never want to passively collapse. You want to always lift through the spine. Keep the gaze forward. You can lower the setting of the block depending on how you feel in your legs, but never rounding in the spine. Always prioritizing the length in the spine. If your right leg is straight, pull up on the right kneecap. Flex all the 5 toes, even the little toe towards the face. And slowly coming back to center. You can keep the blocks or you can use the block under the left palm. Come into a lizard lunge, both palms inside the foot. From here, reach the right arm back. If it's available, bend the left knee, hold the foot from the outside and pull the foot in towards the thigh. Inhale, open the foot. Exhale, pull the foot in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly release, coming back to center. From here, walk the right foot towards the left. You have an option to place a block under the right thigh. This will help you elevate your thighs. Keep the hips square and keep enough space for the belly. If your hips aren't able to reach the ground, keeping a block under the right thigh is a great option. If you are able to, and if your flexibility is there, and if you feel good in the body today, you can keep your thighs on the floor, but make sure always squaring the hips, never overstretching the belly. You can also keep the right foot in towards the hips, but always prioritize squaring off the hips. Stay here. You can reach the chest up if you want a gentle back bend. Or keep enough space for the belly in front of your legs and start to reach the palms forward. You may stay on your fingertips or you can lower onto your elbows if that's available to you right now. Try to roll the left outer hip down. Keep the chest tall. Think of a cobra spine, a cow tilt in your spine always. Keeping the chest tall, tailbone lifted. Stay for 3. Breathe into the outside of the right hips 2. And 1. Slowly come back on your palms. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the hips up. Step the right foot back. Down dog. Good. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot outside the left palm. Keep a wide stance between your legs. Find a stable ground and inhale. Reach both arms up. Interlace the fingers, extend through the fingertips. Always think of reaching the left hip back, right hip forward. You may not go as low as you usually do, but that's okay. Reach the arms up, tuck the tailbone slightly, but keep that back leg straight as much as you can. Stay for 3, for 2, breathe into those hips, strong legs, and 1, slowly release. Drop the right knee down. Take your blocks on the highest setting, coming into your low lunge stance. You may need to walk the left foot forward or the right knee back. Adjust yourself. Think of reaching the right hip towards the mat. Left hip back. You can stay here on the blocks. Reach the chest up. If at any point you feel cramping around the legs, back off a little, come back into the position. No pain in the knee. If your right knee pains, keep a mat or a towel under the right knee. Take support. You can also back off a little bit from the stretch. 1 more breath here. And slowly send the hips back, straighten that left leg. Half split. You can keep the palms where they are or start to walk the palms slightly forward to deepen the stretch. Your left leg is diagonally outside so that there's space for the belly. Always prioritize length in the spine. If your left leg is straight, pull up on the kneecap and flex your toes towards your face. Stay here for 3. Lift the chest up, cow tilt. Think of lifting the tailbone back. 2, chest forward. And 1, slowly release. Coming back into our lizard lunge. Both palms inside the left foot. From here, right palm stays, reach the left arm back. And if it's available to you, bend the right knee. Hold the foot from the outside. Inhale, open the foot. Exhale, foot towards the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Slowly release the foot back. Walk the left foot towards the right. You can take any variation that you took on the left side. You can keep a block under your left thigh or not, depending on how you feel. Make sure to square the hips. Stay on your fingertips. Lift the chest up. Or walk forward. Stay on your palms. Keep lifting the chest. Or lower down into the elbows. You can even drop your head on the mat. Make sure you're not pressing the belly with your leg. Keep enough space for the belly. Square the hips. Roll the right outer hip down and breathe into that left hip. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back, palms down, tuck the back toes under and step the left foot back, coming into a kneeling position. Knees are wider than the hips. You can tuck the toes under and come into a kneeling position. Keep your hands on your lower back, support your lower back. We're going to take a gentle back bend. Option 1, inhale. Reach the elbows towards one another, lift the chest and look towards the ceiling. This may be enough for you. Stay here. Option 2, Inhale, lift the chest, reach the head back, look towards the back wall. Option 3, elbows reaching back, chest lifting up. If it's available, drop your palms on the heels, fingers inside, thumbs outside. Lift the chest, open the front body. Stay for 3. Make enough space for your neck. 2 and 1. To come out of the pose, hands on the waist. Inhale. First sit the hips on the heels. Last thing to lift up is the neck. Chin towards the chest. Lift the chest towards the chin to manage the blood flow to the head. If you come out this way, you won't feel giddy. You won't find a back bend overwhelming. Always lift up the head last. Take a few breaths here. Allow your breath to settle down. You can take your palms on your belly. Gently noticing the movement of the baby. Allow enough time after every back bend to reset your body. Good. Slowly come into a seated position with legs in front of you. We're going to take a modified boat pose. Take a block between your knees. You may need to hold the block at different heights, different widths between your legs depending on how much space you need for the belly. We're not going to lift the legs up. We're just going to actively press the block between the legs. Reach the fingers forward, lean back and stay on the toes of the feet. You can reach your arms forward. This core activation, the deep core activation, is excellent to strengthen the core muscles without pressing on the belly. Keep hugging your inner thighs towards the block. Hold the block, stay on your tippy toes for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Place the block on the side. Hold the back of the thighs. We're going to take a modified Sasankasana or rabbit pose. Inhale, lift the chest up between the thighs. Exhale, round the spine. Keep the belly soft. Just extend through the upper back, chin towards the chest. Curl only into the upper back, the cervical spine. Round. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, round. Keep the belly soft. Tuck the tailbone slightly and spread the shoulder blades. Now slowly come back to center. Keep as much bend in the knees as you need. Keep the legs as wide as you want. And hold the outsides of the feet or the big toes with the first 3 fingers. And start to slide the heels forward as you bring the chest forward. Think of lengthening through the spine, tailbone lifting back, chest reaching forward. No pressing on the belly. Keep the legs as wide as you need. Gaze forward. Pick up the upper back. Lengthen from the lower, middle, upper back and reach to the front of the mat. For 3. Don't hold the breath. Exhale more. 2. Try to keep the elbows close to the thighs. Flex the feet if your legs are straight. Pull up on the kneecaps. All 10 toes point to your face. And 1. Slowly come out of the pose. From here we are going to take a straddle. So reach the legs as wide as available to you. You don't have to do this if your hips feel tight, if you have any pain in the SI joint, if you feel pain in your hips, avoid this posture. If you're okay, if you feel comfortable, you do not have placenta previa, low lines previa, short cervix, any stitches around the cervix, only then do the pose. Keep the legs straight. Point the toes towards your face. If you already feel like you're rounding, there's too much pressure on your belly, take your palms behind, lift the chest up. Stay in this position. If it's already in your practice and you feel comfortable in going slightly deeper, then hold your feet, either your knees, calves, or your big toes. Lift the chest and reach the chin forward. No pressure on the belly. There's all space for the belly as it needs. This is an excellent posture to stretch your inner thighs. Stretch out of the lower back. Stay here for 3. Relax the breath. 2. And 1. Slowly come out of the pose wherever you are. Bring the feet closer together. We're going to take a figure 4 stretch. Place the right ankle over the left knee. Keep the right ankle free to move. Reach your palms back, lift the chest up. You can stay here. Option 2, reach for the back of the left thigh. Pull the thigh in towards the chest without pressing the belly. If it's available to you, drop the shin down, stack the shins on top of one another. Flex both the feet. If there's a gap under your right knee, use a block. If not, press the right knee down and slowly reach the chest forward. Think of lifting the chest up, tailbone back. Always think of that secret cobra smile. Lifting the chest forward as you lift the tailbone back. Stay. Breathe into that right hip. This is an excellent way to find more movement into the hip joint that allows the opening of the hip joint that is needed during pregnancy. Never overdoing any posture. Always listening to where your body is, what your body needs. And slowly come out of the posture. We're going to cross our legs. So keep our knees either crossed on top of each other. If this is too much on your belly, just sit in any relaxed position. If you're able to, cross the knees on top of one another, heels in the same line. From here, reach the right arm up, bend the elbows, reach for the middle back. Left arm back, internally rotate, reach for your t-shirt, for your fingers, or hold your wrists together. Lift the chest. This is a great way to open the shoulders, strengthen the upper back. Our upper back and shoulders tend to get tight during pregnancy from all the weight that is in front of us. Use this posture to build that strength, to send that necessary blood flow to these joints. And slowly release, come out of the posture. Let's do the other side. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Keep the left ankle moving. Reach the arms back, option 1. Option 2, hold the back of the right thigh, pull the thigh in without pressing into the belly. Option 3, drop the shin on the mat and take a double pigeon. Always keep a block under that left knee if you need. Do what is required. If you are okay, press the left knee down, reach the elbows over the shin, lift the chest up. Send the tailbone back, tall spine. Stay for 3, 2, and and 1. Slowly come out of the posture. From here we are going to walk the knees, feet across so that the knees are on top of one another, or sit in any comfortable posture. Reach the left arm up, bend the elbow, reach for the middle back. Take the right arm back, internally rotate your shoulder and reach for the fingers. You can hold a strap between your arms. You can hold your t-shirt, your fingers, or your wrist, wherever you are. Breathe into those shoulders. You may feel one side is more sensitized than the other. Stay present with everything that surfaces. Allow your breath to relax into the stretch. And slowly release. Come back to center. We're going to go into a butterfly pose. Again, those who have high-risk pregnancy, placenta previa, stitches in the cervix, short cervix, do not do this posture. Only if you have a normal pregnancy and if your doctor has asked you to do hip opening poses, only then practice this pose. Take a fist distance from the pelvis, between the heels and the pelvis. Open your feet like a book and start to send the knees down, lifting the chest up. You can stay here, or you can take a few flaps up and down if that feels good. Or you can hold the pose with both palms on the knees, lifting the chest forward, pressing the knees further down. One more breath. And slowly hug the knees in towards one another with your palms. And we're going to take a Supta Virasana. If Virasana is in your practice, only then take this posture. We are going to need a bolster for this pose. Keep the bolster in the center of the mat. Sit with both your knees together, feet apart. Now, if you can sit between your heels, you can stay sitting in your heels. If this is not in your practice, if it's too much on your heels, you can also bring your feet together like a Vajrasana and do the same reclined position. If you are able to go somewhat down but not able to touch your hips on the mat, you can also use a block under the hips to support your hips and stay here. If Supta Virasana is in your practice, you can keep your fingers down on the heels or the toes, fingers pointing forward. Make sure your lower back is supported on the bolster and slowly lower down on the bolster, gently. Stay with your fingers on the feet, or you can reach your arms overhead, frame your face with your elbows. Relax in this pose. Remember, no pain in the knees, no pain in the thighs, no pain in the ankles. Only if you're fully relaxed in this pose, hold, or else you can always keep your palms on the feet. Keep yourself slightly lifted. When you're ready, slowly press the palms into the feet once again. Prop yourself up on elbows and lift yourself up. We're going to take our final Shavasana, lying down on the left side. So take a block for under your head. Keep it on the top of the mat. Take the bolster for under your thighs. We're going to lie down on the left side. Keep the left leg straight. Right knee, right calf on the bolster, and relax your entire body. Release any tension from the spine, from the hips. Relax the jaws, shoulders. Drop the weight of the entire body on the mat. Find a comfortable place where you can rest. You can keep the right palm on the belly, connecting with your baby, the movements of the baby. And see how everything during your pregnancy is inspired from this life that grows inside you. Their presence, their awareness inspires your every movement and stillness in the practice. See how well you know your body. And allow this inner knowing to surround your baby. Surrounding them with the knowing of your true self. Send them a lot of love, compassion, and acknowledge and wonder at this miracle that's growing inside you. When you're ready, slowly sit up in any comfortable posture. Keep your hands on the knees. Let's close the practice with a chant of Om. You can take a Jnana Mudra, connecting your index and thumb together, releasing the other three. Take a deep breath in. Join the palms in the center of the heart. Bring the chin to the chest. Bow down to this presence of this life within you, the miracle that's growing inside. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on the mat, for connecting with yourself and with your baby. Namaste, and have a very good day ahead.